All right, now it's time to introduce our next speaker. The topic is going to be SAP Spend Portfolio Driving Efficiency and Innovation. This is going to be conducted by Mr. Ashish Dogra, Senior Specialist Pre-Sales Spend Management, India MU, SAP. Let me give a small brief about sir. Mr. Ashish is currently working as Senior Manager Pre-Sales at SAP, where he actively delivers value to clients across South Asia region through source-to-pay transformation software solutions. He collaborates with leaders and cross-functional teams to drive change, process improvements, digitalization, and transformation initiatives. His focus includes developing change models, benchmarking industries, best practices, and recommending innovative e-procurement tools such as SAP Ariba, Business Network, and Fieldglass. With this, with a huge round of applause, everyone, let's welcome Mr. Ashish Dogra on the dais.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am Ashish Dogra. Today I'll be talking about SAP's spend portfolio driving efficiency and innovation. In this particular yeah, so we will start with the journey of procurement. So if you see, if I take you back six decades back into 1960s, we used to have landline phones like this, and then subsequently the technology evolved. We got cellular phones, then we got mobile phones, and now we are using smartphones. One thing that you see here is that with every innovation that comes into the ecosystem or in our lives, the requirements change, the KPIs change, what we need to do, what we are supposed to do, what we can actually do, all these things keep on changing into this particular aspect of our life. But when we say the technology updates itself, one common thing that will always remain is the human touch. Irrespective whether it was 1960, still somebody had to pick up the phone and call someone. In 2025 as well, we have to pick up the phone and dial that number. So that human touch will always be there, and it will be always supported by the technology that we are using. The technology will always provide and provide help and improve the efficiencies that we bring into the system itself. So, but in the recent year, the journey has seen a lot of technology disruptions. In 2022, we heard about artificial intelligence. Then recently, we have been hearing about the generative AI, and now we are hearing about agentic AIs. All of these are artificial intelligence modules, or you can say the concepts that are bringing in, and each of them brought value along with them. With the AI, we were able to collect data with just a single click. We were able to talk to information that was not easily available to us. With generative AI, we were able to talk to the information with a more easier approach, with the natural language processing capabilities that were available. But with agentic AI, we will get recommendations based on the information that is available globally. As the technology evolved, the CXOs, what they want from their procurement also evolved, the KPIs evolved. So the chief procurement officers, KPIs also involved, head of sourcing, head of account payable, head of operational procurement, and head of supply chains. KPIs or the requirements also evolved with the technology that was being introduced. With being talked about the technology, what this slide you would have also earlier seen is the North Star of SAP Ariba solutions that we have in here. So let me just bring it up all it here. What you see here is in the middle is the source to contract, buy and deliver, invoice and pay, three subsections of procurement. So SAP products cover each and every spend that goes out of your company, irrespective whether it is a direct material, indirect material, CAPEX, MRO, external workforce, contingent workforce, everything is managed by SAP products. All of that is being supported by persona-led technology that we have. If you see at the top layer, we have the buyers, the suppliers, the buyer's persona. The application is built in a manner that it will support the strategic buyers, suppliers, operational buyers, casual users, accounts payable, chief procurement officers. So the technology helps or brings the information that is relevant to all these personas. And at the bottom of this particular slide, what you see here is the business AI. What is our product differentiators? We have SAP Business AI. How is SAP Business AI different from ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot? SAP Business AI is built on the data that is made available to us by more than 5 lakh plus customers that we have. So it does not hallucinate you with the information that is not relevant to business. The information that you get in is always beneficial and is always replicated out of the business outcomes based on the data sets that we have. The next generation UX. So gone the days that we used to have the T codes running in through SAP. So we have brought in easier user experience, Fiori applications into the ecosystem of our SAP products, as well as SaaS products, wherein nobody has to remember a T code. Nobody has to remember where to go and click, how to extract a particular report. All of that is made available to you in a just single click of a button itself. Mobile experience. All these products are made available to you, not only to you, but we also believe suppliers or business partners are a crucial component of the ecosystem of a procurement organization. So hence we bring in products that are made available to buyers as well as suppliers on mobile devices. The breadth, depth and reach. As I just mentioned, anything and everything that you spend is covered under this particular portfolio. Bringing in centralized procurement has been one of the key differentiators that we bring in, that irrespective whether you are buying it within Brazil or you are buying it in India, you are able to access that information, you are able to see what's my spend, where am I spending, with whom am I spending, whether it is compliant, whether I have a risk associated with it. So all those components of centralized procurement are made available to you within a single click of a button itself. Then value-based strategy, execution and sustainability. So sustainability, as sir earlier mentioned, is now going to take a front seat into the discussion of procurement. In the past 1.5 months, probably I would have had more than 10 conversations around the ESG compliant, how I can bring in supplier risk, how I can bring in supplier sustainability data into my procurement negotiations. While I'm finalizing a supplier, how I can identify that is this supplier an ESG compliant supplier? Can I bring in the risk information of that particular supplier? Can I bring in the diversity information? Because that's what I need to report to. Once I select certain vendors during my negotiations, the most important part is how do I report it to you? How do I report it to my organization? Once this information is available, you have made that operation into the technology, into the application, you are able to extract that information with a one-click button report that we have available for sustainability reporting as well. At the bottom end is obviously the SAP ecosystem is seamless in its own nature. All the applications talk to each other. If I talk about the portfolio that I have shown, we have close to, if I'm not wrong, 450 plus integration touch points that are pre-built. So those are more of plug and play kind of an operations made available to you. So the application or the modules bring in that value of faster ROI, faster go lives. In a recent go live that we have we have heard for SAP Ariba sourcing and conglomerate, which does close to $1.5 billion worth of spend, was able to go live with SAP Ariba sourcing in 7 days. Because, and the reason for that was they had clear goals. They were setting up a new factory in Pune and they had to do a sourcing event for that particular factory setup through our SAP Ariba module itself. Some of the ways how AI helps source to pay processes. So when you see here, the spend analytics and category management is the key topic of discussion. So when can I ask you, like, when does 100 equals 30? 100 equals to 30 when 70% of the job is done by AI. So it's only the 30% effort of yours and the 70% effort of AI that gives you the 100% result. So that's what we bring in through our spend analytics module, wherein we fetch in the data from your SAP, non-SAP or Excel files. The AI works on the data sources and gets you an automated result in terms of classification and enrichment of your supplier as well as of your line items or materials. The AI also helps you strategize the categories for your category management solutions, wherein you are able to access the information seamlessly from the external market sources, develop the market dynamics, the project metrics, the Porter 5 forces, and also summarize the category strategy that you are going to build on and execute. Sourcing and contracts. So improvement in sourcing savings is 2 to 10% in terms of not only hard cash savings, but also in terms of the operational efficiencies with the AI or the ML-led features like Excel Smart Import. So if instead of creating a 1000 line item purchase requisition or a capex procurement or a project-based procurement where you have packages, we have Excel Smart Imports, wherein just with the simpler common language of columns of price, quantity, and description of the item, you are able to create a huge RFP within just a couple of minutes itself. Conversational AI is one of the hot topics which we'll be covering in a later section as well, wherein you will be able to ask information, access the information as quickly as possible within the ecosystem. Purchasing is one of the key components in terms of 64% faster requisition to order cycle time. How do we achieve this? We achieve this by recommending the items, or I would say the indirect or the frequent purchases but low value items to the end users, to the casual users while they are doing a fuzzy search. So if I have to buy a microscope, I need not know the full description of microscope. I just need to type in microscope. I'll get all the catalog items that I have available. And unfortunately, if I'm not able to find that, our artificial intelligence also recommends items related to the particular item that you are searching. So hence, it also brings in value in terms of reducing your maverick spend. So wherein you are more compliant in terms of non-PO and non-contract spend, off-contract spend, as well as increasing the adoption of this particular solution. The final piece is the invoice piece, wherein we have the invoice summary detection, invoice summary conversation with Joule AI, intelligent invoice conversions, invoice extraction from email and upload. So this brings in a multi-channel but single processing application platform to you. So wherein, irrespective whether you get a hard copy, you get an email, or you get the e-invoice from a particular portal, all of them are made available to your accounts payable team to be accessible, to be processed with the capabilities of exceptional handling through this particular solution itself. The supplier management, so 62% reduction in supplier onboarding time and 1.5 minutes time to update one catalog items for supplier. The AI that we bring in, the solutions that we brought to the market are usually covering both the personas as I mentioned earlier. So the AI supplier normalization. So how do I come to know that I am doing a business with company X and what is the parent-child hierarchy of those of that particular supplier? What does that benefit to me? So when I'm sitting on a negotiation table with a company with whom I'm spending probably, let's say, 50 crore rupees, but unfortunately it is fragmented into child subsidiaries of that company, I can go and negotiate with a total spend value of that parent company. So that's the value that our AI brings in. So it does not only give you, or the tool does not only give you the conventional ways of negotiations, it will also give you new insights in terms of negotiating with your suppliers. What I'll do is, we'll go to the system demo to show you how the artificial intelligence and the ecosystem of our application works. So in this particular case, we are talking about Office of the Chief Procurement Officer. So Amara Williams is the Chief Procurement Officer, and she has Catherine, who is a category manager or a sourcing manager at the office of the CPO. On a morning like this, Catherine comes to the office. She logs into the SAP application. The moment she logs in, she's able to see the complete spend overview of her own category. In this particular screen, what you see here is the total spend that she does for her category, the number of invoices, the purchase orders, the number of suppliers, and the diversity spend. So how much of my spend is associated with diverse supplier. Then the sources of the spends are also classified, the supplier location, the trend of the spend is also made available, and spend by top category and spend by supplier. Imagine doing this exercise on an Excel. Just to create this dashboard, it will take you 30 to 40 days, wherein this is made available to you on the very first day of go live. Not only this, we provide you more than 50 plus similar reports that are made available to you on the very first day when you go live with the application itself. Catherine finds out that she has a huge spend with electronic component parts, which is close to 26 million. And she wants to understand that what is the supplier fragmentation of this particular category. How many suppliers do I have? Do I have a risk because I have high value items that I'm sourcing here? She just clicks on let me help you. She goes to our AI copilot Joule, types in the query that she wants. So she'll ask that, okay, please provide me detailed analysis of supplier fragmentation for so and so component within the particular category itself. The AI copilot Joule not only tells her the information that she is asking, the information shared by AI copilot Joule is updating the graphs and the charts on the left hand side as well. By just viewing, she is able to see that, okay, she is kind of at a safe place. She has good number of suppliers for this particular category, and she also can compare the value of or the number of suppliers with the benchmark, industry benchmark of the similar category of suppliers that are available. In addition to this, when I was talking about SAP Business AI or Joule, we usually don't so SAP Business AI gives you data sets or information which is relevant to businesses. So it does not only give the information that she has requested, but it also gives a recommendation to Catherine that some categories have fewer suppliers compared to the industry average. So that's a red flag that she was looking for. Probably not in the category that she could see at the top, but this information is lying somewhere in the data. So Joule brings up this recommendation, and it does not stop here only. It also gives an option for what is the further action that she can probably take. Do you want to continue with a focus of 2 or less suppliers? Yes or no? So because I am a category manager, I would like to see this. Our sourcing agent and as well as the category agentic AI agents start working on this particular information and provides the information to Catherine. The category heat sinks currently has the highest spend, and these are the categories which have less than or equal to 2 suppliers. It also does not, again, because we are business AI, and I'm probably repeating myself again here, but hallucination is something that we don't associate with. It will also give the sources of information that the AI referred, whether it is internal or external, to bring that trust, to build that trust that this information is relevant to you. Once that is made available, you are also able to see which are the business agents that were working on this information, what are the data sources. So internal sources as well as the external sources are made available. So what the next further action, it does not stop here itself. It gives the Catherine another option that what do you want to proceed ahead with. So yes, I would like to create an initiative. So it's an insight that she got. Now she's planning out of that insight what she wants to do. So she's planning to create a category strategy for heat sinks. The moment she clicks on heat sinks 2025, a category initiative is set up for her, and she can now seamlessly navigate to SAP Ariba category management as a solution. So right now what you have seen is the natural language processing, agentic AI is working. Now you are also going to see how the process automation is inbuilt into the AI that we have available within the application. So the moment I click in, an initiative is created based on the conversation that she had with our AI agent. That initiative is created, that what should be the goal, what are the associated sourcing projects that she want to do, what is the initiative details, how did she land up into this particular situation. All of that is created for her, and now again with the help of Joule, she is able to execute a sourcing event where she would like to invite new suppliers and broaden her supplier base. So what the AI does, again on behalf of Catherine, it helps create the sourcing event with all this information, and it again provides an insight or asks for a question, so that the human touch is always relevant, the human intelligence always remains relevant to this particular ecosystem, and it will say that okay, whether you would like to add the suppliers as well as the questionnaires, technical questionnaires that you ask. So the moment she clicks on yes, it will give that the information, these are the diverse suppliers that I have added, these are the related questionnaires that I have added. Now this next action item it is looking for is, do you want to do it as a one round bidding or a multi-round bidding? So I select as multi-round bidding, it will create a sourcing event. Now the sourcing event or the RFP is published to the vendors, assuming the vendors have responded back to this particular RFP. What we are able to see is another way of artificial intelligence that works with SAP Ariba. Now we have received the responses from these suppliers. I can see the risk score for Ecotherm is medium, for Technofusion is low, GreenSick Innovations is low. I also can see the cost of obviously the rank 2, rank 3, rank 1 of these suppliers, and the AI also builds the what if scenarios for award. So when I say what if scenarios for award, that AI recommends these are the 3 processes that are available that probably you can look into. That the scenario is best savings. So if you give all of the business to L1 vendors, this is the value of savings that you will probably get. But the moment you bring in the business logic into it, because my company's goal is also to to include diversity suppliers, the AI agent also recommends another way, another awarding scenario, that it will tell that probably you will lose $30,000 on picking up this scenario, but you are going to achieve your goals. And the third one is the lowest risk supplier. So what if I want to mitigate the risk that I have associated with my suppliers? So that information is also available. So as a sourcing manager, if I select that, okay, I would like to go ahead with the best offer with highest diversity supplier, I can just click on this and award. The moment it is done, it will send an information away to the suppliers, those who are awarded or not awarded. So what you saw right now is the complete insight to plan to action. This is the particular solution demo that I would like to talk to you. And can you go back to the slide, please? I just have one video to play. So that particular video is going to give you a clear view of what I just showed you in the system, as how does this looks into the in a quick 2-minute video as well. Can you play the video? Next slide.
Meet Vanessa, a category manager for a U.S. manufacturing company. To enhance her 2025 category plans and meet business goals, she's seeking new ways to cut costs and increase diverse spend. She opens SAP Spend Control Tower and sees many dashboards to help her identify opportunities. She clicks the Spend Overview Summary Report to view current and forecasted company spend across all source systems, already consolidated, categorized, and enriched. Next, Vanessa reviews the Spend Overview Supplier Spend Map. This shows her the distribution of spend with enriched supplier location data, giving her insights into potential geopolitical risks that could impact supply. Then, she looks at the Performance and Benchmarks report to see how her company compares to competitors in category spend, number of suppliers, and other key metrics based on data from SAP's benchmarking program. Vanessa is intrigued by the graph that shows her company has a much higher than average volume of suppliers in industry equipment. This cues her to look for a supplier consolidation opportunity using the Supplier Fragmentation Report. Pallets stands out with 15 suppliers. So Vanessa dives deeper into the data and sees that there are 8 suppliers in EMEA, 2 in APJ, and 5 elsewhere. With this in mind, Vanessa uses SAP's AI Copilot, Joule, to plan an event within her category management strategy. She types a request into the prompt, then selects the 2025 pallets option. Jewel provides a link to SAP Ariba Category Management, and Vanessa creates the initiative. From there, Jewel helps Vanessa quickly build an RFP, using data from previous events and Spend Control Tower, which draws from multiple solutions and systems. Noting a company goal on diversity, Jewel asks if Vanessa wants to include diverse suppliers and questions. Since multi-round bidding has improved 60% of supplier bids in past sourcing events, Jewel asks Vanessa if she wants to choose this option again. The RFP is ready to go. Vanessa can review it or click Publish to send it to suppliers. A few days later, Vanessa opens SAP Ariba Sourcing to see the results. She has 5 bids ranging from $13.5 million to $16 million, a chance for 10% savings over her company's historic spend of $15 million. As Vanessa reviews award scenarios, she clicks the info icon for insights to action, which recommends the best savings option based on past similar events. Success! With the help of SAP Solutions and Business AI, Vanessa meets her savings and diversity goals.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. That was a quite quick introduction to the spend portfolio that we had. And I'm here around in this room till evening. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or if you would like to have a conversation with me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone. Let's give a huge round of applause. And we would like to thank Sir for his presentation here today. May I invite Mr. Ashish Gupta, Chief Procurement and Supply Chain Officer, Compass Group. Please join in, sir, to facilitate.